Hello, everyone. Hoping to help someone out there that's just looking to troubleshoot their own computer issues. This is going to be a very, very basic video, so anyone who's probably worked in IT, this probably will not be any new information, but maybe someone who's not as familiar, and this might be able to help someone solve their own issue, hopefully. So starting out, this video is going to cover the Windows Service menu, which I have pulled up here, and this is going to go over just a few of the most common Windows services and maybe some of the basic stuff that this could solve by restarting them. So firstly, what is a Windows service? Windows services are applications that run in the background, typically, almost always actually, without a user interface, providing some kind of functionality for a service. So what are some common services to restart and why? Just a quick tip for anybody who's coming through here if you want to navigate, because there are a overwhelming amount of services for someone who hasn't seen this list before. If you left click anywhere, press the first letter of the service that you're looking for, it'll bring you down to it. So first thing I want to talk about is the print spooler. Now this service here does anything that deals with printing, printers, or any other printing queues, or even finding and potentially getting new printers. I've had printers that just weren't wanting to show up, even network printers not wanting to show up because maybe the service wasn't running or the service hadn't been restarted in a while or could have had some issue. Anytime you're doing anything with a printing or having a printer not printing, this is always a good service to go in there and restart. And to do that, you just right click and press restart, and that'll restart the service. I'll do this one, but I won't show it for the remaining ones. And it's usually incredibly fast. If you get any kind of error or it takes a really long time to do, sometimes there could be something else going on in the background. So I'll navigate down to the Windows audio service. Now this could be anything with, your headphones, your speakers, anything that produces audio from the computer. This can have an impact on it, and this can also, maybe a device isn't showing up, or you're not getting any sound coming out, or your sound is very distorted or low, or sometimes applications can have a feature where they'll control the audio settings for one of your devices, and when you close out or even while using it, that could cause it to act up, and this can fix it. It won't always fix it, but this is something you can do, and again, you just right click and press restart. I'm not going to do it right now because it would get rid of the device that I'm currently using to speak to you on. Another good one, and this is more, I'm going to do a very brief discussion on this because if you know what DHCP is, then you know what the service does probably. So for any person in the IT with any kind of DHCP related issues, this service can be restarted to kind of help with that. Another good one is going to be uh, remote desktop protocol, also known as RDP. And so I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see. So your remote desktop services and all of that. These are ones that you should control if you want to kind of go on to another computer or take control of another computer without having to use remote software. It does require, in most scenarios, for the connection to be a LAN or local connection. And any of these services can help there. Another couple good ones, I kind of looped them together, but the Windows Update service is very much so important when it comes to Windows Update, which every person who works in IT or anything to do with tech, we all have the utmost love and appreciation for Windows updates. We love every time that they trigger, and they always seem to come in and take a computer down during the busiest times, which we always love and have the most fun doing. But Windows updates, if you're ever having issues with that, can be here. You can come here and take a look at that. The other call out, just why I'm here, is the firewall, Windows Defender firewall. There are applications where this can mess up your communication if it's not configured properly, or having applications that are just not pushing through and getting connected to your server, or maybe if you're housing like a database on a main server, that can stop communication if it's not properly configured. All right, just a few really quick ones. I just want to give a list of a few common ones. There are so many more that are probably used throughout the day to day. These are just the ones that, as I do work in IT, I see and I deal with quite a bit. So I'm trying to take knowledge that I've learned over the years and just try to kind of share that out to everybody. I hope that this helps somebody. I'm going to put the entire script to this video in the description because I have no idea how YouTube works yet. So I'm just trying to learn that as I do. I'm hoping to make some random videos to try and assist some people, maybe potentially help someone out. So thank you very much, guys, and have a great and wonderful day.